K-Drumble is back, and it just released on global. It's been out on Asia a little bit earlier today. And you're gonna notice that it might be easier this time around to get your SSS or your 3K points to finish out those quests. So basically the score I got is with me leaving the battle at about 2 minutes, because there's no real point to actually going up the rankings. You're honestly just flexing at that point. But I honestly just left right after I hit 3K, and I ended up being 30-16. You can even see my Jack team is very, very weak because I just used the one from last event, which was Nico Nana. And what I think ended up happening is the devs might have forgot, or maybe it's intentional. I think they forgot though, because it makes the K-Drumble super laggy, so it seems unoptimized on their engine. But basically, K-Drumble was also at 3x speed when your units went, and you were just limited to 5 minutes. But now the units are going at 5x speed that got added for Union Boss and Phantom Theater. And it just makes it so that you can score almost double what you're able to from previous K-Drumbles. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's intentional, but in case it isn't, I highly recommend building your strongest team ASAP and doing it to get the quest rewards, because that way you'll be able to get, all of these lattices and summons and stuff like that on day one in case they end up fixing it. Now, whether or not they should fix it or not, I don't really think that they should, because it's not really a problem, right? You're just giving out more currency to people that we've all been complaining about. So I'm very happy, that they decided to, not talk about it, but, make it easier, right? I think K-Drumble is definitely an event that a lot of people are very scared of because you need to have good characters geared. But this makes it so that you can honestly get 3K points with just 2 good teams and 1 really terrible team, right? So I'm pretty happy about that. And I wanted to talk about, K-Drumble being nerfed. But also, what I wanted to talk about today is the event shop. So basically in the event tab, there is the event shop where you can claim a lot of stuff. So you want to make sure you're claiming everything. Basically, it's just going to be free rewards. I think you can claim it by clicking like this, so you get a ton of free stuff. You're also going to see that there's new skins and stuff like that. There's also these, new, what is this? Chests and stuff like that with different things you can buy. Whether or not it's really worth it, it's going to be up to you if you spend on the game. Me personally, if I was a very light spender, I would say that this box here, the Fatebound Crystal Chest, is pretty worth because we have stabilizers and stuff like that for the 2x coming up. But what I would really want to talk about is the arena skin. So as you can see, I bought this one. This one was for like 900 crystals because I really hate the default one. And you can even preview it. You can see it kind of looks like you're in like a strip club, to be honest. So we take those. But there's other skins here, and I think the top one is like $60. So this one is like Whitney's background. Pretty mid, honestly. I don't know why you would buy that. But the most expensive one is going to be around $51. And yes, it looks nice. You can't say it looks bad, honestly. But I don't really understand why they have to price it so high, right? I think background skins, which only you can see, by the way, shouldn't be this high. It should be like cut in half, if like even more. And I'm not really too sure why they decided to make the background skin so expensive. I guess it's because you can use it every single battle. But it's not even something you can flex, right? You can't even show off to people your skin. And you don't get like a profile picture, you don't get a border, which like the other skins, dare I call it, give you. But this one is just priced ridiculously high for no reason. And I think this is just very out of touch. Personally, I'm never against like skins being priced at a certain point. League of Legends has like multiple hundreds of dollars for one skin. But this is a background, and I just don't know if they're able to price it this high with the fact that they aren't really releasing real skins, right? The real skins are just recolors, right? So I think maybe instead of, making these so expensive, probably should unlock these from, doing certain quests or something, or even just like reduce the cost by a lot, because it's just not fun. I think like a very good thing they could do for, I guess, like even this like Time Quirt one, which is not the best looking skin, but it is a skin, is make it so that if you play like a certain amount of RTA games in a season that you unlock it. That way people are more enticed to play RTA, have rewards, and you can get this background that you can keep that will last forever, and it will just basically make people want to play RTA. Or even like for this skin, you should definitely just reduce the cost. Like, I actually like the skin a lot, but there's no way in hell I'm paying like $50+ for this, right? Like, there's just no shot. The only reason I bought this one is because I think this one looks nice and you could buy it for crystals, right? For a much, much, much cheaper price. And the color scheme honestly is just like a lot better to me. So yeah, I'm just not really too sure what they were thinking about this monetization tactic. You know, me personally, if I was a developer, if I made a game, I wouldn't, you know, do that. But, you know, to everyone their own. And I'm just curious what you guys think about it. But, you know, the good thing from today's event, I guess, or I guess like the update, the maintenance, reset, whatever you want to call it. Cage Rumble is super easy now. Make sure you guys do it ASAP. I don't know if it's a bug. If it's a bug, they should definitely just not fix it. Otherwise, you know, you're fixing a bug to make things harder for players and they'll be very mad. But in the case that it is, I just wanted to make this video because, you know, you might be thinking, some people are definitely going to say, oh my god, you're letting the devs know, you should have just kept quiet. Thing is, they definitely know. So you guys have to do this ASAP in case, you know, it doesn't end up being how it is for the entirety of the event. You can see literally got the quest done today, I think like 20 minutes after reset. I literally left the battle early after 3 minutes because I don't care about the rankings, and hopefully you guys can do the same and get all the rewards. You know, even if you can only get it for today because it gets fixed, just keep in mind like the best rewards actually come at like SS. SSS only gives you like 50k coins and books, but if you can get to 2500, you get 30 gems, but even then it doesn't really matter too much. The boxes don't really give a lot. As long as you make it to A, I think it's like you're fine. But definitely guys want to make sure that you guys are able to do this event ASAP because you really want to capitalize on the stuff that is, you know, given out for the one-time quests. And I know a lot of people are going to ask for what teams I'm using. I was actually going to make a guide on this, but it's so easy now that I don't really think it's needed with like the 5x changes. But if you guys want to see my teams, surely I've dropped in rankings already. Yeah, you can see people are scoring like 4k right now. And these aren't even like the big whales. People were scoring 4k last time. They'll get to like even 6k, I'd say, with like the really good players that, you know, have all their characters built. But this is the team I have. I'm number 16. I wouldn't say I would recommend it, especially my Jack team. It's definitely not that great. But Sharon and Shadowflame Hoyan, these two teams are the ones I used last time before the nerfs, and I was able to get SSS every single time. I say before the nerfs, but before it got changed to 5x. And these two teams I definitely recommend to use. I don't think you can see the stats, but basically, you know, Shadowflame Hoyan team, Catchy is just permanently stunning, and then Vice and Kloss are just pushing back the ads over and over. If you have Celine, you can use her as well. I think a lot of people use Celine if they have her. Actually, I don't think anyone has her on the rankings because, like I said, it's so easy that all the players that are just awake right now are doing it and getting really high scores. For the second team, against Sharon, you just bring Catchy, the guard. If you have Doki Doki's very good. Fushu's very good. I have DPS Fangus on full crit and full crit damage, and it works. And for Jack, I literally have no idea. All I know is Viper's very good here, and Ling Luo is pretty good as well. But you can also probably just bring whatever for now and be able to hit this with quite ease. But yeah, pretty much it for this video and all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching. Just let me know in the comments down below what you guys think they should do with the background skin, the arena skin. I am just like pretty baffled that it's that pricey. But just curious what you guys think as well, and I'll see you guys next video.